Hi guys, welcome. So we're going to slow the pace right down a wee bit. Doesn't mean to say it's going to be any easier, but we're definitely going to slow the pace down. We are going to be doing an introduction to Pilates this morning, and I'm just going to get us set up. So the first thing I want you to do is take your feet out, just like a wee ballet dancer pose, and then just lift your heels and then take them round and sit them underneath your hips. Good stuff. Okay, from there, what I want you to do is just let your body come forward towards your heels and then back. Let's try that again. Come forward towards your toes and then back towards your heels. Forward towards your toes and back towards your heels. And each time we're doing this, I want you to get a wee bit smaller and smaller till you find the point where your body weight is equally forward and equally back. So we're not leaning too far forward nor are we leaning too far back. Next thing I want you to think about is your knees. So our knees are not really soft, nor are they really locked out. We don't want them like that. So we want the muscles round about your knees to be nice and strong. So make sure that the front of your legs, the back of your legs, the bottom half of your legs, the muscles are switched on so that we'll get some strength round about the knees. Next we're moving up onto the pelvis. I want you to take your two thumbs and see if you just come down the front of your pelvis, you should find two wee bumpy bits. So we're going to imagine those two wee bumpy bits in your headlights. And if we had our pelvis tucked too far forward, our headlights would be going up the way. And if we had it too far back, our headlights would be going down the way. So what I want you to do is just start tilting your pelvis forward and back. So from the side, forward and back, forward and back, and again forward and back. And again, we're going to start to make that smaller and smaller till we find the position where our headlights are going straight forward. And that's what we call neutral pelvis. Good, the next thing I want you to be aware of is your ribs. We don't want your ribs popping out, so keep them in a line with your pelvis. Roll your shoulders, plug them into the rest of the body. A lot of the time in Pilates your shoulders might want to come up here because some of the moves we're going to put your body in, your body's going to try and compensate for. So we really need to make sure that our shoulders are down and plugged into the rest of the body. And then lengthen from the crown of your head. Good stuff. So now I want you to think about the breath. In Pilates, we look to do a breath called thoracic lateral breathing, which means that we breathe deep and wide into your rib cage. So what I want you to think about is breathing in and breathing out. Some people find it helpful just to put their hands on their ribs, breathing in and breathing out. Another useful way of thinking about it is if someone's playing the accordion, the musical instrument, and they're taking air into the instrument and it gets wider, and as they expel the air comes out and it comes closer together. So that's what you're aiming for, deep and wide into the rib cage, even try and aim to get the lungs filled right to the back of the rib cage as well. Now I want you to think about your centre. So your centre's made up of 4 different muscles. It's made up of your pelvic floor, it's made up of your multifidus, the lumbar part of your multifidus down here, it's made up of your transverse abdominis, and it's made up of your diaphragm. So I like to think of it as a can, right? So imagine a can that's deep inside our muscles, the core of our body. I want you to think about it as if someone's going to give you a punch in the belly and you engage right down here, so they're going to punch you really down low and you engage so that it's not going to hurt so much. That's what we're aiming to do, but not too tight that you can't breathe or can't move, but a gentle contraction. If you think about a big bath of water and you lift the sponge If you've got a bath sponge in there, you want to see how much water's in that sponge, so lift it up, and just to give it a wee squeeze till the water comes out, that's the intensity of the contraction that we're thinking about down in our transverse abdominis, down in this deep part of the lower belly. So now we've got ourselves into a nice strong Pilates position. Let's do a wee bit of mobility and get ourselves a wee bit warmer, and then we're going to do some mat work. Good stuff. Okay, so just start with rolling the shoulders. And this is where you hear all the creaks and lumps and bumps. Oh, good. And now what I want you to do is just take your hands on your shoulders, and we're just going to increase. Oh, that feels good. So if we're just leaning forward a wee bit, and then back, forward, and back. Good. And then we're going to take our hands across. So lift up onto a toe on this leg. And I want to see how big that circle can get. Up and down. Two more. Lift and down. One more time. Lift and down. We're going that side. So reach and circle. Reach and circle. Coming up onto your toe. Two more. Reach and circle. One more time. Reach and circle. Good stuff. Okay, so I want you to just roll out the hips. Good. Keep yourself nice and tall. And think about, remember we talked about that punch in the belly? Your feet hip width apart. And what we can do is just hold on to a wall, lift one leg, and give us a bit of a circle round about the ankle. And then we're going the other way. Other leg, quick circle. Stuff. Okay, so what I want you to do now is make sure that your bum doesn't go back like that. I want you to just drop your nose and then take it down, keeping your centre engaged. Oh, my hamstrings feel quite tight this morning. And roll up and then shoulders down. Do that again. Inhale. Roll down. So start with your head. Try and draw a line down the front of your body with your nose. Come right down. And then roll up. Again, really aiming not to push your bum back. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing deep and wide into the ribcage. Roll out. So what we're doing here is we're mobilising the spine. What was it Joseph Pilates said? If you've got a mobile spine, that's what keeps you young. Roll up. Keep that tummy switched on. Inhale. Last time, roll down. Good stuff. Roll down the shoulders down. Good stuff. Okay. So we're going to move on to our first Pilates exercise, and this is a version of swimming. So come down onto your mat, and we'll go down onto all fours. So the shoulders are underneath, hands are underneath your shoulders. Think about the pelvic floor, so pubic bone to tailbone, pull them together. Two sit bones, pull that together. And then think of that punch in the belly that you're going to get. So get yourself into that nice neutral position. Try and find neutral pelvis. So it's not too far that way, nor is it too far that way. So try and find that head light straight forward. So from that position, all I want us to do to start with is take one leg back. Oh, I'm going to move forward a wee bit. Take one leg back, and then bring it in. Try that on the other side. And I want you to think about your head light. So try not to lean too much on one side then the other. Other side, take it out. So this is fine to start with. And again, take it out. Pull it in. So because we have our toes staying in connection with the floor, this is called closed chain. If you want to progress that a wee bit, what I want to see, lifting up, flexing your foot, and then bringing it down. Change sides. Lift up and flex your foot. Bring it down. Lift up and flex your foot. Tummy engaged, keep your shoulders down, mine's are creeping up. And down. And again, lift. So what I'm going to do is just move my mat forward just now, just so that I can show you the variation on that. So, over here. To the other leg, bring it in. So now I want you to think about the top half of your body. So keep that nice and strong, pelvis in neutral, your core's engaged and you're breathing deep and wide into the rib cage. So from that position, take one hand forward and down. Other side. Back into neutral and down. And down. And down. Keep breathing. Okay, so can we try both together? So without leaning on one side of your pelvis, without everything going out of alignment, think about how we set up. So pelvis in neutral, breathe deep and wide into the rib cage, and you're connected to your centre. We're going to take your right hand and your left leg and flex the foot, inhale. Down, 4, 3, 2, change sides. Flex your foot. Bring it down. Now, if that doesn't suit you, Your option is always to go to one leg then the other, and then one hand and then the other. Bring it down. Flex your foot. Stay connected to your centre. Flex your foot. Make this your last one. And bring it down. Lovely, good. Okay, so I want you to turn yourself round on your mat. And we're going to work on the mobility of your spine. So do you remember we spoke about your headlights? So thumb onto your pelvis, find those headlights, and think of a position where you're getting them straight towards the ceiling. What we're going to start with, this is called shoulder bridge, is thinking about your feet. So we don't want to be leaning on the outside of your feet. We want to make sure that it's right through the middle of your feet. That we want the weight to go through your heels as well. So really think about pushing through your heels as you lift. What I want you to do is think about your pubic bone, and you're going to tuck that towards your nose. And then come down. So this is a good exercise, again, for mobilising the spine, but also for really opening up your hip flexors. So lift. And each time you come up, I just want you to lift a wee bit further. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hands out the road. I'm going to take my hands up here just so that you can see my back. So inhale, and then peel off. And then roll down. And again inhale, peel off. And then roll down. So the breathing, I just want you to breathe. Inhale at the top and exhale as you move your body slow and controlled into the floor. Inhale. Exhale and tilt. So one of the principles of Pilates is about flow. So we're aiming for no stopping, no start. And you should feel the side of the glute muscles kicking in. The big one at the back kicks in as well. But sometimes we need to work on those muscles at the side of your bum, so they wrap round here and roll down. And Pilates is a really good way of doing this. We're going to do 2 more, guys. Really open up the hips when you're up. And down. Just be aware that your knees are not falling out. Last one, inhale, exhale and lift. And roll down. Good stuff, well done. Okay, bring your hands down. And then sit yourself up. Now, we're going to do a roll down. So what I want you to do is just bend your legs, think about, remember that C shape that we spoke about and we made when we were doing the first part of the shoulder bridge? I want you to think of that as well. So I want your back to make a C shape and then roll back, keeping your shoulders down to where you can still feel in control. Keep the C shape till you get to the top of the move and then back into neutral. Hold on to the back of your legs, inhale, make the C shape and roll back. Controlled, flowing movement. Maybe you keep breathing, inhale, exhale, roll back. So what we're thinking about is we want to go to the place where we still can connect to our center. Inhale, exhale, make the C shape and roll back. Be very aware of what's going on in your pelvic floor here. Keep your shoulders down. Roll it up. And down. What some people find is if you use one of these bands, I'm just going to put this right in my feet and then roll back. They can just get a wee bit further because this gives them a wee bit of support. Just move myself back so you can see me. Or right down on the ground if they want. Inhale, exhale and lift. Feet are coming off the floor. I'm just going to give myself, keep my legs bent and roll back. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale and roll up. Shoulders down. See my shoulders creeping away up here? Keep them down. But remember, you go to where you still can stay in connection with your centre. And then back up. Good, okay. We're going to do some side movements. Okay, so I want you to lie down on your side. So if somebody was to look from above, you've still got that nice neutral pelvis position going on. So from there, I just want you to lift your leg and give me a wee circle. Flex your foot, please. You can have your hand in front. And what I want you to think about is the bottom bit of your waist here. Try and not let that collapse onto the floor, and now we're going to go backwards. Keep your foot flexed, flowing movement. Keep breathing, guys. Good stuff. Okay, try the other side. So forward to start with. Hand in front. One hip on top of the other. It's a small circle. Flex your foot, and then we're going back the way. And do you remember I spoke about those side muscles of the glutes, the ones that wrap around here? You should feel them. Lovely. Okay, so come onto your front. Push up onto your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes under. And slowly come up to stand. And that, guys, was a lovely, flowing, mobilising, strengthening introduction to Pilates. Thanks very much, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.